What is up, guys? Jake here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a bunch of things going on. So all the bees have been sent up north. We loaded them up. They're headed up to the Dakotas. I've got about I think close to 1,000 left here in Texas that will be going to melon contracts. Those will start shipping out next week, and we actually run those. So versus the bees going to the Dakotas, we're going to throw those on a semi truck and send them up there, but we're actually going to run with our trucks, run these bees out to melons in Texas. We'll make a little bit of honey out there hopefully, but they do go out there on melon contracts. Today got some exciting things going on. We got something new. So this is a 2015 Mercedes Sprinter van, high roof, 170-inch wheelbase, four-cylinder turbo diesel. And so I'm shifting gears a little bit today. I'm gonna focus on this guy. Got a long list of things that we need to do for this to get it ready to deliver honey for more honey farms. If you're not familiar with what we do, we have a delivery driver that goes out 5 days a week and delivers product to grocery stores in our area. That's how we sell all of our honey. We don't sell anything by the truckload anymore. Truckload meaning putting it in barrels and throwing it on a tractor trailer. We have actually the entire process, as you've seen on my channel before. We're taking the honey that we produce and we're bottling it and selling it with our own brand. So we've been making deliveries with a pickup that you guys have probably never seen on the channel. So it's a Lariat F-150 8-foot bed with a slide out and a bed cover. Works really well. The problem is we just needed more capacity, and this guy is going to give us that. The thing about work vans that I did not realize is they take quite a bit of work to get up to a functional delivery van. So I'll show you guys just real quick on the inside, and we'll talk about what I got going on in it in just a minute. So it's just bare bones. And you see I've started insulating. We'll talk about that in a little while. But to just put product on the floor, not nearly as nice as our delivery pickup. It has a bed slide where everything is waist level and it slides out. This needs some work before we can put it into service as far as the build out. So today I'm going to focus on the plan for building this guy out to deliver honey for us, and just kind of all the other things we have going around at the shop. In my last video, I put a ton of work into making it look really good. I know some of you guys have really enjoyed the B-roll, the music, and the video that I've put together on these videos. That comes from my video background. I love doing stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work. Sometimes I just wanna put out a video for you guys on what we have going on, and it's super easy to pull my phone out and cover things that way. So let me know what you like, if you like just the candid iPhone vlogs, or if you like the really polished vlogs, or if you like both. I kind of tend to go back and forth between both, because this is just this is real, and versus something that's not necessarily not real but more polished, takes more back end effort on my end. So I'm focusing on all the cameras and the audio and flying the drone and the lighting versus just pulling my phone out and showing you what I got going on. So we're gonna get this guy into the maintenance shop. I got this all cleaned up. Oh, and I have one more thing to show you guys. Now, before you roll your eyes, I did not pay money for this. This was given to me by Apimaye. If you're not familiar with what these are, I call these the Yeti coolers of beekeeping. Very popular in the hobby world because this box, I think, retails around 200 bucks. And this is not even the 10 frame. This is the 7 frame nuke. So I'll show you. It has latches for the lids too. So it's got 2 feeders, which I'll explain in a minute. Has a divider. So that's 7 frames that go in there. And then you can run 2 3-frame nukes. And you've got doors for both. You've got top entrances for both. This guy can both vent and be a queen excluder if you wanted to, like, I guess produce honey in half of this. I don't know. So backstory on this, the guy from Apimaye gave it to me at the Texas Beekeeper Summer Clinic after I visited with him about some frames that he's got coming out on the market. He's, I think, making some effort into getting those frames in the commercial world, but he also at the end of the event was like, hey Jake, take this and let me know if there's anything at all that you like about it that I could maybe apply to the commercial world. And I'm gonna say, disclaimer, I was given this, but this is not a sponsorship at all. This right now, as it's priced and as it's built, obviously not anything for commercial beekeepers, but maybe there's some concepts here that could be passed. There are polymer boxes out in the commercial world, like from Motherload. They've got a couple polymer options. I don't know. This is definitely nice and rigid compared to other polymer boxes I've tried, but we'll see. I'm gonna try it out. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw a bee colony in it soon and see what happens. And then these guys, they've got a syrup setting and a candy setting. So basically on the syrup setting, the bees crawl up through that hole and they crawl up and down the ridges. And so this prevents them from entering into here and not being able to figure out how to get out. And then the candy is so they can enter here and consume whatever, like if you do pollen sub or anything like that there, or dry sugar. So there's that, and there's one for each, or I'm sure I can use one for syrup and one for pollen sub with the entire 7 frame. I'm gonna throw a bee colony in it. I've got a swarm, I think, that we caught outside. So we're just gonna see what it does. I gotta be honest, I don't know what's gonna come of this other than me getting to pretend that I'm a backyard beekeeper, which might be a cool thing for people to watch in and of itself. The approach that we take as commercial beekeepers, it might be neat to see if I can apply that to backyard, to being a extremely efficient beekeeper. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't know. It's nice now that we have all the honey pulled off of our bees and the majority of them sent up north. I got a little bit of time to shift my focus on things that either needed my attention and did not get it, or just what we got next going on. So really nothing fancy about this guy. I mean, got the armrest. It's just got 2 seats, and like I said, I've started insulating it, but we're gonna pull it in our other shop here. Diesel. It's got 100,000 miles on it, so it's basically brand new in diesel terms. And we got this from some friends, just backstory on it. We got this from some friends that bought it brand new. So we know it's had a great life. They were actually a little sad to see it go, so we're glad that it has found a new home. And let me tell you, it's gonna be used. Not like abused, but definitely loved, used and loved. Not used and abused, used and loved. So I'm just trying to back it in and not hit the workbench. Oh, we got plenty of room. Just in case, so these doors are pretty sweet. You can pop this and they'll fold all the way. And they got a little magnet over there. So it just depends on, what you're doing. If you want your door all the way open or not. So I've actually been looking at these exact vans, these Mercedes diesel vans, and I have not been able to find anything for a reasonable price. You guys know, if you shop for anything used, especially the diesel market, just complete garbage right now. Like complete, utter garbage. Look at this precision. Oh, is the door gonna shut? I'm kind of scared. Let's see. I hate to brag, but I think I already got this thing down. I started yesterday insulating. Yesterday I also got a step on the way, because this is ridiculous. And you can't step on that, that'll bend. I learned that yesterday. And this isn't much of a step at all. So I got a hitch step on the way. and I'll show you guys the inside. I also have a side step on the way that's gonna go here, which will work really well. I think this will end up being like the main entrance because you can just go right to the driver's seat, and the driver's step is pretty high too. So we'll have a step, reasonable step here, and then this step, and then you're up in the back. So the plan right now is to insulate it because in the wintertime when we load everything the day before, because our delivery driver leaves about 6 a.m. right now. And I've got some equipment on the way to do shore power. That will power a heater in the wintertime to keep the van at like a reasonable 75 degrees or so. Nothing ridiculous, but just warm whenever it's 30, 40 degrees outside. We don't want the honey to get super cold because then it can begin to crystallize. So as you see, I got a little bit of work done yesterday, just kind of playing with this insulation. We are gonna cover this with something. I'm not sure yet. Again, this has ended up to be a lot more work than I thought it was. I thought it would be, because we want to get it fully wrapped, because why not have a giant billboard rolling around with our brand, our name. And then we started looking at like pre-built delivery van shelving and van insulation that's pre-cut, ready to go, and then wall liners to cover up that insulation. The resources that we have, the ability we have to build things and do things on our own here, I think it would just be a bad idea to spend all that. The rolling billboard, the wrap, I think is a priority, because that's going to actually have return when it comes to brand awareness and sales. So that's a big priority. The insulation is another big priority, but that can kind of be, rednecked, if you will, DIY'd, if you will. We're going to make it look good, but that's kind of the plan. And then we can't go super high with weight in this van because it'll be top heavy. And this is, as you saw, I'm 5'7", so I'm not crazy tall, but I'm standing straight up and I'm not hitting the top. This is the high roof van, which was a want of ours. So we have to kind of develop a plan for product. But first, it's insulation, which I'm gonna just continue with this foam and these big gaps. And then I actually kind of started to spray foam these little gaps yesterday. I think I spent a total of maybe 15 minutes on it yesterday, just trying to see what that would do. It's gonna work pretty well. So the plan, cover with foam, because that's the outside. Cover all that with foam, and then fill in the gaps with spray foam. Right there, can spray foam, which I need a lot more of apparently. And then I've got lights that are gonna go in the top, some really nice LED strip lights, and shore power with the heater. And then I think we're gonna cover the whole thing with, I found like some laminated sheet. I think we're probably just gonna end up doing like 1/4-inch plywood and then make this look kind of wooden and farmy, if you will. Kind of along the lines of a camper conversion on one of these, but instead we'll install our own home-built shelving. And we pretty much decided we're gonna build the system for shelving and storage in here for our product, because there's just nothing out there that's gonna work well. There's all sorts of delivery systems, and the problem with delivery systems is the shelves are too high because there's a lot of lighter products when you're delivering, like for FedEx or UPS. But for us, everything's heavy. Pretty much everything is heavy, besides like our pollen, and we need everything to be really down low. And then the other side of it, there's kind of 3 sides of van build out. So there's the camper conversion for people to live in these. Then there's the delivery, which doesn't really work for us. Then there's utility, which there's some really cool shelving out there for utility, like for work vans, but we don't really need that application anyway, and that's the most expensive application. Yeah, lots of thought going into this, a lot more than I thought, but we're gonna get it done. Not today, but we're gonna get it done soon, because I need to get this functional, and then we're gonna drive it for a little while before we get the wrap done, because the wrap company is, I think, almost a month out on work. So the plan is get this going as soon as possible, hopefully next week. I'll probably share some content with you on this as long as you enjoy it. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit different than normal, but like the video if you liked it. And let me know in the comment section what you think on this whole situation. Subscribe if you haven't already. Glad to have you guys here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.